How's it going, guys? It's the final render here, and in today's video we're going to be doing some discussion on Fallout 76 modding, what I think it's going to look like, how I think it's going to work, and what problems Bethesda are going to have to overcome in order to make Fallout 76 modding successful. And there's a lot to discuss in this video, so let's go. The background footage you are looking at is me working on my dystopian Diamond City mod. This mod is going to be available for PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC in the next 3 weeks or so, and it's very exciting. We've been working on this since February, so it's very nice to know that the mod is nearly done. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel to get all the information on this upcoming city expansion mod to Diamond City, which adds a huge city on top of regular Diamond City. Very exciting. And we're just going to be making a guard patrol in the background of this video. It's not a tutorial, so to speak, it's just going to be some background footage. And I wanted to talk to you guys not just as someone who downloads mods, but also as a modder myself. So let's get started talking about Fallout 76 modding. What do we actually know so far? All we really know so far about the modding in Fallout 76 is that if you want to download mods, you have to do it on a private server. This is ultimately a good thing. It means that if you want to have just a regular vanilla game, you can easily do that simply by not joining a private server. And since the mods will only work on private servers, if you just want to play vanilla, even if you have mods already downloaded, they will not be active in your regular vanilla game. So it's good. It can be a problem reverting back to vanilla gameplay when you're, say, playing Fallout 4, for example, because you've got to literally delete mods, uninstall mods and stuff. But with this system, it means that mods will just sort of turn on when you join a private server, which is nice. We also know that the private servers are not available at launch. It would have been nice if they were available at launch, but they are not. And this is arguably a good thing. It could be a bad thing in a way, because people just want to get modding straight away. But at the same time, it's a multiplayer game. Let's get the game actually working before we start modding the heck out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably a good thing overall. And how does modding a multiplayer game work? As we know, Fallout 76 is entirely online. It's always online. It doesn't matter if you're the only person in the server or not. It's always online. You're always connected to the server. And typically speaking, with multiplayer games, if you join a modded server, how it works is the server will automatically download and install all of the mods associated with that server immediately. It does that on Steam systems, for example. So if you're playing a modded server on Left 4 Dead or Counter-Strike, for example, it will just download all those mods, no questions asked. You've got them now, go ahead and enjoy the game. But there are some interesting questions to be raised with this. Firstly, you don't actually get to know what mods are being downloaded until they're already downloaded, so you might end up downloading stuff that's inappropriate, shall we say. But also, for Fallout 76, it raises another question, because for Fallout 4 modding on console, there was actually a memory limit, wasn't there? I don't actually know what the exact numbers were, but I think it was, what was it, 1 GB, maybe 2 GB for Xbox One, and there was less than that for PlayStation 4. So if you are automatically given the mods that you need in order to join the server, no questions asked, eventually you're going to hit that mod limit. In fact, you might even hit that mod limit very quickly, especially if we include external assets in those other mods. For example, texture mods can take up a lot of memory, especially if they're 2 or 4K texture mods. They can very quickly hit that limit. And you won't really get a say in whether if you download them or not. If you want to join that server, you need to have that mod. If you don't have it, it won't work. It will cause lots of problems. Great example. If somebody on this server has a modded gun, you won't be able to see that gun. You won't hear that gun. They will just be carrying an invisible weapon, for example. And obviously nobody wants that. It breaks immersion and could even cause problems later on in the game. For example, someone might be able to abuse the system in a way by having an armor set which is actually got external textures on it, but if you don't have them downloaded, they will be invisible to you. So in order to have a safe and fun environment, you will have to download these mods in order to work. So that actually raised an interesting question. Will they remove the limit for consoles? Honestly, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if the rules and regulations are exactly the same as what they are now. But we'll see. We'll have to see about that. And I very much doubt Sony are going to allow external assets still. I think they're going to be sticking to their guns on that. and that's going to cause a lot of problems for the PlayStation 4, exactly the same as it has for Fallout 4 as well. So, another interesting question is, will we be forced to use Bethesda.net in order to get our mods? Us PC guys, we don't like Bethesda.net. It's just kind of a general agreed consensus. I speak for everyone. We don't like Bethesda.net because it's a very slow and clunky website and there are lots of restrictions on what kind of mods you can upload. Whereas something like Nexus, it's just quick and easy. You just hit one button, you download it, and there are no limits or anything like that. We sort of tolerate Bethesda.net, you know, we tolerate it. We don't go to it as our first choice. But if these private servers are owned by Bethesda, again, we don't know if Bethesda are paying for these private servers or if we have to hire our own private servers, we don't know yet. If they are owned by Bethesda, we may have to get all of our mods via Bethesda.net, which is going to annoy PC guys, but maybe that will just be the case that we have to use Bethesda.net. And an additional thing which people are talking about in regards to Bethesda.net, and in more particular the Creation Club, a lot of people are saying the mods are just going to be only on Creation Club. Trust me, I know this. I read it on the internet. All the mods are going to be on Creation Club and you're going to have to pay for them. Well, this we already know is not true. We know that all of the stuff on Creation Club for Fallout 76 is going to be cosmetic stuff only. They said all microtransactions, all of them, for Fallout 76 are going to be cosmetic only. So in Creation Club, you're not going to have weapon mods, you're not going to have house mods, you are not going to have power armor mods, you are only going to have cosmetic options. So probably things like Pip-Boy skins, maybe, you know, like Vault Suit retextures, stuff like that. Only retextures of stuff, primarily. Or maybe you might get a funny hat or something like that occasionally, but you won't get guns, you won't get kind of special player homes and stuff. I suppose you could argue a player home or like some camp items could be regarded as cosmetic, but you know, we'll see. But the point is, you won't get things like weapons and stuff like that, which you have to pay for. It will be entirely cosmetic. And as a final thing, which I really want to discuss, because this is actually quite interesting, in regards to cheats and cheat mods, will such things be allowed on private servers? Because you could argue a private server is a private server. You should be able to do whatever you want in said private server, given some kind of rules in regards to taste and stuff like that. We obviously don't want some things that are very, very inappropriate in there, for example. But will there be, like, say, infinite ammo servers and stuff like that? We honestly don't know. But it could be possible for people to download and create mods, as we've already mentioned, which, say, make people invisible if they find a certain armor set, for example. I don't mean, like, it's invisible like with the Stealth Boys. I mean, they just literally find ways to cheat, or they have servers where certain textures are transparent, so you can see through walls and stuff. We don't know if stuff like that is going to get through. We'll certainly have to see, but to tell you the truth, I think people aren't really going to waste their time doing stuff like that, because no modder wants to go and make a load of mods where people can see through walls. People just don't want to do it. But things like cheat chests and stuff where you can go and just pick up a load of ammo, who knows, it certainly could be a possible thing. And also, an interesting thing which I do want to discuss is in regards to reshades and EMBs for the PC in particular. Quite interestingly, not too long ago, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds banned reshades and EMBs because they gave certain people an unfair advantage by making the colours on certain outfits a bit brighter so enemies were easy to see. And also, rather interestingly, the reshade had a zoom effect to where you could just zoom in at the touch of a button, so you could do really insane sniper shots even without a sniper rifle, for example. So they banned things like reshade. Are Bethesda going to have to do the same thing? Are certain mods just going to have to be banned, like invisible wall mods, invisible armor mods, or zoom in effects on EMBs? Are they going to have to ban that kind of stuff in order to ensure that fair PvP is still fair? It's an interesting debate, because on one side it's a private server, on one side it needs to be fun still. You know what I'm saying? So, interesting discussion right there. And as a quick test, this is only a test, it obviously doesn't make too much sense because Fallout 76 isn't out yet, but I just did a very quick test on Quake Champions to see could I install reshade on a Bethesda online game, just to see will it allow things like reshades and EMBs. And you know what? I installed it, got it all working, and yes, Bethesda, at least Bethesda.net, appears to be okay with them as of right now. So things like reshades and stuff, you could start going ahead and add in reshade mods to your game on day one, assuming you're on PC, that is. So that's pretty exciting. It means that Bethesda may be okay with such things, and even may be okay with kind of more third-party ways to install mods on PCs. But as I said, we don't know if that's true, but as of right now, for some of their online games, it is true. So maybe that will carry on in Fallout 76. Who knows? So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I've kind of rambled a bit, I know, but I just wanted to get some of my thoughts out on the modding scene of Bethesda.net and Fallout 76, just to hopefully maybe alleviate some fears and maybe discuss a little bit how it may work. So we'll find out more information in the future, but until next time, I'll see you around. This has been the final render, and you've been the audience. Remember to check out all the cool Patreon people in the description below who help support the channel with their financial donations. You yourself, of course, can also do the same. And remember, this mod you've been watching me work on is going to be released in the next 3 weeks or so. Remember to like and subscribe in order to get all the information on this mod, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye for now.